Coming onto the floor for the G.O.A.T team, Shaquille O'Neal, Larry Bird.
Outside Tatum. To take the lead. That one's wide left.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Pass to Paul. And there's a pick. Here's Bird. Here's O'Neal. 6 to shoot. Here's Garnett. Chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Boston on offense. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Outside Tatum. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. Pierce. And connects from downtown.
Pierce is all business. You can see it in his eyes.
All right, guys, what do you think?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
Let's show them why we're the best fans in the NBA. It's time to get wild.
Here's Bryant.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Bird. Can't knock in the 3. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're up by 3. There's 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And stolen by Paul. Will it go? No good from three-point range. And so it's Boston who scraped by with the win. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later. Welcome to All-Star Action, everyone. Kevin Harlan, happy to be here with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Let's get into the Mountain Dew three-point contest. We'll see who has the steadiest hands, the steadiest nerves to secure the victory.
And Brent, was it 03 when you participated in the three-point contest? What are your recollections of the competition?
Well, I lost. How about that, Greg? Does that sum it up?
And so we'll see Ray Allen. 70 seconds to get through the 5 racks. Each rack ends with a money ball worth 2 points. Except for one rack selected by the shooter, that's all money balls. In addition, out in the Dew zone, 2 Dew balls each worth 3 points apiece.
And the shooters who can really stretch their range, they get rewarded with those Dew balls. I think it's been a fun addition to this competition.
He wraps up the round with the score of 18. Looked like he was having fun out there, and his score reflects it. So it'll be Chauncey Billups here. 5 racks of 5 with 2 long balls. 70 seconds to work. 27.
And early on, it's important that you find your rhythm and focus on keeping your shot form intact for the entire round.
And these guys are so precise. It's so interesting to watch when the guy misses short on that next shot.
He finishes the round with 17 points. That was a nice piece of shooting we saw from him out there.
Yeah, right away things just went a little sideways, and a bad start set up a really poor tone for the entire round.
And you don't often see shooters run out of time in this event, but still not a lot of time to waste.
Yeah, this isn't like the dunk contest where you got time to hype up the crowd or bring out a gimmick.
And he finished up with a score of 23 in the round. A tremendous round. Wow, seemed like he couldn't miss.
And it didn't look good for a while there, but give him credit for overcoming that slow start to turn it into a really solid round.
So here's Young now.
Got to score 18 to stay in the running.
And if he shoots well, he should be in good shape. 3 points now.
That's a good rack for him.
So his final tally is 19 points. He went out there and knocked him down. A terrific round.
Didn't really cash in on the money balls or get into the zone from the Dew zone.
And so it's Zach LaVine now. He knows exactly what score will get him into the next round.
This is the last chance for him to punch his ticket to the final round.
Well, if he starts counting either...
And with that round over, he sits with 22 points. Hey, guys, an impressive showing from him in that one.
Laser focused. That's how you put up a big round.
Well, with a showing like that, he's locked in, and he's got his eyes on the prize.
Kuzi's got the top score in the qualifying round.
And let's hope for a better finals round, because that qualifying was anything but exciting.
Well, when the stakes get this high and the spotlight now is a little bit brighter and a little bit warmer, some guys could struggle with that initially.
Sitting at 29 points for the round. A truly stunning performance there. It's not often we get to see that kind of shooting.
And it was an ideal start for him. I mean, he nailed every ball off the first rack.
So it'll be Chauncey Billups here. There's his first.
Can we get a rack attack back?
He posts a score of 14.
And he struggled with his deep range, but those Dew balls falling off the mark.
We've reached the climax. He's got one last shot to go home with the trophy. And an even 30 points is all that stands between him and the victory. That's 1, 2.
Oh, yeah, he is on a roll.
Just superb.
Sinks his 5th straight right there. He's at 7 now. Drains the money ball. Dew ball down. That's 13.
Oh, falling apart here at the end. Ouch.
2 racks remaining. And that will unfortunately take him out of the running.
A tough final.
So he's got 19 points.
And anytime it looked like he was starting to get into a good rhythm, he would just as quickly fall out of it.
And that concludes the Mountain Dew three-point contest. Another good one. As we give you our winner, Zach Levine.
And the field always tough for this event. It's the best of the best.
Oh, the collective skill in this one is just flat out awesome. And that's why winning it all will be not only a huge honor, but some bragging rights for the rest of the season.
And so from all of us here at 2K Sports, it was our pleasure to bring you this year's three-point contest. For Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.
Welcome to the NBA Dunk Contest. This is the moment you've all been waiting for, basketball fans. Let's meet the slam dunk participants. The first participant, Ja Morant. Let's begin. The second contestant, Anthony Edwards. Get ready. The third participant, R.J. Barrett. The next contestant, Evan Mobley. The first contestant, Ja Morant. Let's get this party started. What did you think, fans? The second player, Anthony Edwards. On your marks. Was that amazing? The third contestant, R.J. Barrett. Next on deck, Evan Mobley. And the numbers. Don't forget to score each dunk and text in the score.
Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star. Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement from the coaches to the players to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all the sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
First team foul.
A look at the West All-Stars starting group. Malone is out there with Chamberlain. Then there's Robertson. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Nowitzki in its small forward. And here is Johnson. And it's Pippen in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Good ball movement here by the East.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
The West All-Stars shooting their first free throw of the night. That free throw good from Doncic.
Now an MVP caliber player, Doncic's drive is evident. I mean, he's somebody that wants to be a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. And he's well on his way based on what he's done thus far.
Now here's Wade. Back to Johnson. Wade outside. It's Pippen on the wing. A three-pointer off the mark. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, earlier I spoke with the East All-Stars head coach. Now he really enjoys the camaraderie this weekend brings. Everybody gets a break in the season. They can breathe a little bit, enjoy the events, enjoy the game. And he said it couldn't come at a more perfect time for his team. They've been grinding all season, so this is the best of both worlds. Guys?
Thanks, David. Johnson gets the bucket.
And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
Nowitzki outside. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here, and it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
Boy, I tell you, for such a big guy, what a remarkably fluid athlete. You can see why he competed and excelled in the high jump in college.
There's the pass to Malone. Wade outside. He dishes it to Johnson. There's the triple. Dwayne Wade, and that's good. And this game is tied up now.
Well, let's say the defense being played here tonight might be a bit on the soft side from both teams.
Well, I know you're not surprised, are you? I mean, fast and loose is the way this game should be played.
And here is Robertson. After Dwayne Wade hitting the three. Robertson with it. He's picked up by Pippen. Doncic outside. Malone a screen on Wade. And Nowitzki wide open. He fires. No good from outside.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And it's Pippen in the corner. And another three from the East.
Scottie Pippen, a dependable shooter from here now. Like how he gets his feet set first. That's fundamental, but essential.
The West trails by 3. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Malone sets the pick for Doncic. Pass to Robertson. Fires the three. They get it back. Here's Malone. And the layup's good off the glass.
Boy, cleaning up the glass and sending it right back down. Malone earning an extra possession for his team.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. To the inside. Malone against Malone. 4 on the shot clock. And not gonna go. He misses the first attempt on the night. And it's the West All-Stars ball. They trail by 1. Pass to Doncic. Over Wade. Malone with the block.
And how about the quicks there by Malone to get up and deter that shot, utilizing that size and reach for the rejection.
Wade. Rebounded by Wilt Chamberlain. Chamberlain got 4 rebounds now tonight. Doncic outside. Kicks to Chamberlain. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
And guys, I tell you what, they are getting after it on both ends here tonight. This game isn't all about offense this year.
Yeah, it's really been a competitive contest. It's not just a show. These teams are getting after it. Taking flight. Scottie Pippen rolling upstairs.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the West. It's a three-point game. From downtown, sinks the triple. Doncic has got 6 points.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Johnson surveying the floor. Outside Pippen, lets it go with a three. Chamberlain with the rebound. Chamberlain got his 5th rebound in this one. Doncic kicks to Robertson. Back to Doncic. Over Wade. And it's the East with the rebound. From 12 feet out. That misses off the backboard.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Nowitzki with the screen on Wade. There's the three. That's good from Nowitzki on the assist by Doncic.
And that's a nice exchange between teammates there. I mean, they really work well together, whether it's All-Star Week or the regular season.
You know, really pretty fresh they get to share this stage together tonight. I mean, they've both helped each other to get here, and now they're going to keep helping each other.
And here's Wade. Dirk Nowitzki getting his 3 to go. Now the pass to Malone. Shoots over Malone. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And Kareem throws it down.
Boy, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's length really makes him a threat on the offensive glass.
Robertson with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Back to Doncic. Abdul-Jabbar against Chamberlain. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Doncic. Rebound by the East All-Stars. Abdul-Jabbar's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pippen outside. Abdul-Jabbar outside. Here's Malone. Good, and Abdul-Jabbar gets the assist. And the East leads by 1.
Boy, smart pass by Abdul-Jabbar, ready and willing to find his open teammates.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars. And the East. With some changes. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Baylor comes in for Moses Malone. And Irving subbed in for Dwayne Wade.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines. The starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action, spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star Game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star Game.
Pippen is out there with Garnett. Then there's Moses Malone. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Irving in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Robertson outside. Greg, you think of everything that goes into making it to the NBA as a player. Did it come easy for you, or was it all work?
It's easy, really, to overlook the grind, but when you love the game, all those hours in the lab don't feel quite like work. At least not until you start getting a little longer in the tooth.
Now, here's Drexler after the miss from Kevin Garnett. The fadeaway. The shot by Robertson, no good.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Wade against Robertson. Garnett outside, over Drexler. The West All-Stars pull it in. Chamberlain got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Passes it to Kuzi. Chamberlain, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility, wingspan, and stamina, very difficult to keep Wilt from scoring off those misses.
Now here's Garnett. That shot off.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Kicks it out to Malone. And out of bounds. The East All-Stars will have it.
Well, he just didn't make the catch, didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
And it's a completely new group for the East All-Stars. So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.